visitors sideline their head coach. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
What I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jet sweep. Here's Olave. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need to.
And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes him all the way to the 2-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss last week. You thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
He'll keep it himself. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. But not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal.
Ready. 33. Ready.
They'll look to throw for it with Rattler. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And T. Higgins was the intended target. And it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
50-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Meredith. And he stopped immediately there. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Meredith. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now Rattler. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line. And it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So give it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Dolphins at 10-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And the Dolphins first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run. Achane. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This will be caught at about the 5. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield. And touchdown!
Jalen Waddle, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guys hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meredith. Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
To the air is Rattler.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt.
Minute 52 to play until halftime. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw again.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Ready.
Here's Rattler. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Here we go, the final weekend of the regular season. Week 18, Sort It Out Sunday. Let's get to sorting. Our trip around the NFL starts.
Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Dolphins.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Achane.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He finds his man complete. It's Contreras. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Meredith trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
So out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time out of the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
LHN on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
2nd and 14. And he's got his big tight end here. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge. And that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling coming to an okay game.
And
know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now 2nd and 9. Rattler wants to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
There's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll go with the keeper. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's just so unusual to see a loss of yardage on a quarterback sneak play. Give a lot of credit to the defensive front. They weren't permitting anything.
And from the naked eye, they only needed 2 or 3 inches there.
Yeah, and how do you go from needing 2 or 3 inches to losing yardage?
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one, that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, Achane. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first back to Achane. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. Achane with it. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Ready, set.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready, ready. Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Completes this one to Meredith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Rattler. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
6 yards to go.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go. Here's Rattler. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and goal, Miami.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll set up a throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. T. Higgins with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 22 now, here's the second down and 9. Now Rattler. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Rattler going to look to throw again. That's caught by Meredith right side. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Down.
Back to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. The secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. He's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Set. Black 40. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Let's
The
go.
Saints will line up for the
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Miami, they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.